Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Pinarski here with the News 8 Live Desk. Hopefully everybody is having a wonderful day, and it's going to be a wonderful weekend for all of you sneakerheads out there. The Michigan Sneaker Exchange is coming to Grand Rapids for the very first time this Saturday. You can buy, trade, and even sell sneakers, streetwear, and other items from noon to 7 p.m. at the Goey Center. Our guest today is the founder and organizer of the event. It's Jake Schreier. Jake, thank you so much for joining us today. We're really looking forward to this one.
Thank you for having me. We're very excited for the weekend.
Of course. First question, how excited are you for this event that's coming to Grand Rapids for the first time? You guys have been hosting events for years in the past, but this is the first time you guys are here in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, so we've been in Detroit and Metro Detroit for over 11 years, and this is the first ever time coming to the west side of the state. We're very excited. We booked this at the beginning of the year. We wanted to kind of just expand our reach throughout the state. And we've got so many guys who come from Grand Rapids, Holland, the whole west side area and drive to Detroit each time. So we said, why not bring an event to the other side of the state? There's a huge community here, and let's bring them the same thing that we do in Detroit.
I know a lot of people are very excited about it. And we were kind of talking a little bit before this stream started about you guys and kind of the origin behind this. You guys started all the way back in 2013, so about 11 years of working on Sneaker Exchange. Talk to me about how this kind of came to be. Were you super into sneakers, had a lot of streetwear, maybe you had your own really big collection and kind of wanted to start something? What is really the origin behind this organization?
So I was 14 and I had gotten into shoes a couple years prior, mainly when I was 11. And I noticed by the time I was around 12, 13, that it was hard to keep buying pairs because they're getting more and more expensive. And the more pairs you buy, the less you want to sell. So I started reselling a little bit, turning small profits on some shoes. And I saw these events around the country in Chicago and New York and other bigger cities. And there just wasn't anything like it in Michigan. A few people had done very smaller versions of it with 10, 15 vendors. And we kind of came about and did our first ever event at Modern Skate Park. We had around 40 vendors and 150 people show up. And we've just grown it over the years. Our Detroit events, we host 3 times a year. They attract over 2,000 people each time. We have over 150 vendors coming from throughout the Midwest and the country. And it's just getting bigger and bigger each event. And it's really just a safe place for anyone and everyone to come, enjoy the sneaker and streetwear community, and conduct safe transactions as well.
And talk to me, Jake, a little bit about sneakers themselves and really kind of this fan base. I hear all the time about people. I mean, it's something everybody needs. Everybody needs shoes. Everybody likes shoes. Everybody likes to have nice, comfortable shoes on their feet. But people that are quote unquote sneakerheads or sneaker collectors, they've got these massive collections. They expand them. They go to these shows and really kind of either finding new sneakers that they want or really showing off everything that they do have. What is it about sneakers, in your opinion, that creates such this ginormous fan base and really gets people to come out to these shows and meet other people and connect with everyone?
I think there's a few sides of it. One is the history and just how iconic some of the shoes are and the stories behind the shoes. I mean, they're not just putting out a random pair of shoes and saying, okay, buy it up. They're making it limited. There's a story behind it. There's collaborations, meaning behind it. So that always adds to the hype, of course. And just over the years, it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry on the secondary market. So this isn't like buying an electronic and you take it out of the store and it's worth half the price. A lot of the time, some of these pairs, you buy them for retail, take them out of the store, and they're worth double instantly after. So the resale aspect has brought a lot of people into it over the years, knowing they can make a few dollars off of it. But to me, it just there's always history and hype behind stuff that makes you want it more.
And Jake, I kind of want to shift back over now to the event. Again, that's coming to the Goey Center this Saturday. For people that are maybe hearing about this for the first time, this is going to be a pretty big event coming to Grand Rapids. Can you just touch on just some of the numbers behind what you guys expect as far as vendors, shoes themselves, different types of clothing? I mean, just the numbers and how big this event is actually going to be.
Yep. So in Detroit, like I said, we get 2,000 plus people, 150 vendors. With it being our first Grand Rapids event, we always like to set the bar a little low for expectations so we can exceed them. So right now we have sold out vendor tables. We sold over 90 tables. We're going to have sneaker vendors, streetwear, vintage clothing, local clothing brands, art, accessories, everything else related to sneakers and streetwear. We're going to have some food trucks, live DJ, of course, and we're expecting at least 500 people to come by, probably between 5 to 750 people. It's going to be a great time. The venue is awesome. It's one of the coolest venues we've ever done, too.
Absolutely. All right, Jake. Well, again, we're very much looking forward to it. But before we let you go, as the founder of Sneaker Exchange, you're the perfect person to really ask this question to. For people that are hearing about this for the first time, maybe they are into sneakers, or maybe this is something that they're interested in getting into, and this is the first time that they're hearing about this event. What would you tell them to make sure that they're there at the GOE Center this Saturday for the first ever Grand Rapids, Michigan Sneaker Exchange?
There's just nothing like a Michigan Sneaker Exchange event. It's a very community-based event. You're gonna meet so many people. Everyone's very welcoming, so you can come there not knowing anything about shoes. You'll learn everything throughout the day. You'll network, meet so many people, but at the end of the day, you come in the room, there's over 10,000 sneakers there, thousands of streetwear and vintage pieces. There's just tens of thousands of items to shop from. It's just there's nothing like it. Nothing like it has ever come to the west side of the state, and we're very excited to bring it there.
All right, awesome stuff. Well, Jake, thank you so much for stopping by. I do want to remind everybody watching that if you would like to know a little bit more information on the